want to turn that light on over there? That one right there. Oh, that one ain't gonna work right there. Sorry, guys. Got me my arms up. There we go. How's everybody doing today? We're just sitting downstairs making ourselves a little bit of a drink. And let's see who we all got in here. We got Ashley stopped by, Rebecca touched by yarn, Devil Dog, Ed from Mountain Mariner, Tony from the Mitchells in Alaska, Dusty Bottom Boys, Christine from Gillum Farms, and there's Clint. Well, we got a good little crowd already in here. There's Bill. Hey, Bill, good seeing you. Long time no see. I actually just seen Bill over in Butler Family Farms live. So I'm just waiting for Sarah to get done making her drink. I'm having a beer tonight. Yeah, that's all right. We don't mind with it. How are we sounding tonight, guys? Hopefully it's coming in good. Let me wipe that little screen off real quick for the camera. Sorry. I was moving it around early, and I think I got a thumbprint on there. Hey, Bill, how much snow did you get down there? As well as you, Ed? How much snow did you guys get? Because we have not gotten much. We've gotten a dusting, and that's about it. It's barely covering the ground up here, which is really unusual because usually we have a lot more snow than you guys. And Bill's saying 3 to 4 inches down at Willow. And there's Ira. How you doing, Ira? How's Mom? Clint's greeting folks. Ed says 3 inches, but it's snowing good right now. It's barely snowing here. Ed says it started snowing about 20 minutes ago.
Barely any fluff in the air and doesn't even cover the weeds. Of course, the weeds are really tall. But
and there's Susan.
Nice.
And there's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms.
Nice.
Good to see you.
Hi.
I did get your email and I responded, Scott. Let me know. And there's Tony from our cabin in the woods. Good to see you, Tony. And Tony at Alaska says he's got about 6 inches north of Willow. Wow. This is crazy that we haven't really gotten anything.
Oh, you looked at.
And there's Johnny from Gillum Farms.
Johnny?
Yeah, here. Hang on. I'll show you guys what we got going on out here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You'll be with me. I'm telling her I'll be right back.
I'm here.
So that's all we've got. And it's maybe a 1/4 inch. Not a lot. I hope more comes soon because I'd rather be riding the sleds right now than putzing around on side-by-side.
Yes.
The side-by-side ride's a little rough on the frozen ground.
It's really hard ground.
Yeah. And it makes it a little. No, don't start. Don't start.
Don't start it.
You want camera time? Come here.
Come on, pop.
There's the big baby.
He's a daddy's boy.
He's got to get his attention. He doesn't understand why we're talking to the little box on the table. So he likes to investigate it. All right, back.
There. Good. It's a gone dog now.
Oh, Tony at Mitchell's in Alaska rode his snow machine today.
Really?
I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. Yes, Clint, he is a big old sweetie, but he can be a pain in the butt.
Yes.
He's been doing his thing all the last couple of weeks of getting up and wanting to play and bark and tearing everything up.
Barking. He just started barking. You never barked.
No.
Now what?
Johnny at Gillum Farm says it's 80 degrees there. It is 29.2 here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Scott, I do have Facebook. The group has the channel has a Facebook page, but you can also find me on there through that too. You should be able to at least, or I can text you my Facebook page as well. Shh. Get him as an innie. Ira says, thank you for asking about Mom. Sends her best, and she had a great report from Tallahassee on Wednesday. Very good. Very good, Ira. That's good to know. And there's Cindy Squirrel. And Ed says, I moved my snow machines from under the porch last night. Yeah, I'm getting a little cranky here, not getting any snow. Yeah. I'd much rather be riding around on the sleds right now.
This is the latest we've been.
Yeah, the last 2 years, we've had at least 6 inches on the ground by now. Scott says, add me and FaceTime me about noon my time. So what do you, are you you're Eastern time, right, Scott? Johnny Gillen Farm says, I hate this heat. I want 50 degrees during the day and 32 at night, right? That'd be ideal. I could deal with that year round. Tony says, Rob, I'm going to be installing a snow pole, but mine will start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. Yeah, we're behind everybody right now, except for I think Dusty Bottom Boys. All right, so it's about 8 a.m. my time, Scott. I'll call you. If you think about it, Scott, send me, well, actually, I get you all your information on the email. So Ira says, we had one freak night here last week, and the temps dropped to the 30s and killed all the tomatoes and green eggplants. Now it's in the 80s. Oh, that's not good. Wow. That's not good. No, you got to keep those tomatoes and eggplants going good.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty Bottom Boys, our unofficial lead, LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, have you gotten anything? I don't think you really get anything done, do you, Dusty Bottom Boys? Like I said, we've only had maybe a quarter of an inch if we're lucky. Maybe with the other 2 small snowfalls we've maybe got 5/16 of an inch.
You're right.
Not much
but
at
this
all.
one lasted all day. The snow stayed on the ground all day.
It hasn't melted.
And this is the first time it stayed all day.
Yeah. Well, no, we had one day where it stayed all day, but it didn't last long. And I'm going to look at the weather report because on Wednesday, we're forecast to be 39 degrees. So
okay,
whether it's going to stay or not, I don't know.
Well, I'll do laundry on that day.
Yep. Our weather patterns seem to be really screwy this year.
Yep.
I don't understand what's going on, if it's El Nino or what it is.
It could be. It does change winters.
Yep. And Rebecca's greeting Dusty Bottom Boys. Scott says, I'll be back soon trying to upload my video for tomorrow. No problem, Scott. I know you're good, brother.
Yes.
And Dusty says, quarter inch so far. Was it when we do get it usually gone in 48 hours? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, actually probably pretty much tied with us right now.
Right.
Dusty. And there's Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain. Good to see you on here. She's greeting
Nice
Scott
name.
and us. And if you guys have not checked out her videos, she has some beautiful scenery from Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruby, I think you're close to Columbia Gorge, if I remember right. No, I think you've been by there. I think you were closer to the mountains. And there's John in Alaska. Good to see you, John.
Hi, John.
Everybody's greeting Ashley and Susan. People laughing at Scott. Poor Scott. Don't pick on Scott. We like Scott. Everybody's greeting Rebecca and Rushing Wind.
Nice.
And John. That's good. Mm-hmm. Dusty Bottom Boys. It says, hi, John. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, everyone else.
Hi, everyone.
Who just popped in. And Susan's greeting Ruby. Ashley's greeting Ruby. And there's Matt. How you doing, Matt, AK? I have one word to describe today. Clients. They can bring maintenance company down to Florida. I'm around talking to people.
Oh.
Brothers Dennis Peck. I think you met Dennis a time or two.
Don't remember.
And Rushing Wind says we're about 45 miles from BC, but up in the mountains. Yeah, I thought you were up in the mountains. I think you did a video too down in the canyon down there, didn't you? That's the area we stopped at when we were driving out here, Columbia Gorge.
Oh,
And we said the water was way down there and we had the wind all in our hair.
oh yeah, it was beautiful.
Back when I had short hair. Everybody's greeting one another. It's good to see. And that's probably going to be Phyllis.
Probably.
Last
Yay,
cut the
Phyllis.
cord.
Yay, Phyllis.
Good to see you guys in here. Adam's probably listening on his phone at work. What is he got a
doing?
ninny?
Yes,
What do you got?
he does.
Come over here.
Is that what he has?
No, he's eating something off the floor. Crumbs from wood.
Bark.
Don't know about that dog. Yeah, I'd rather have him chomping on stuff like that than trying to talk to us while we're trying to do it live.
He's a little rude.
But anyways, back to here. Sorry, guys. Ruby says, yeah, that was on the 6-hour family trip. Good memory, Rob. Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Columbia Gorge is, I've been there a few times, and it's always been an amazing spot to check
Just
out.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, hang on. Ira says, I was wondering how you and Sarah get your mail in winter with no mountain roads, no maintained roads. There's no roads at all.
At all.
We actually have a friend that works for the train service, and she goes down to our mailbox once a week, once a month.
Post office box.
Usually we try to get her to go maybe every 3 weeks, and she'll go down, pick our mail up and put it on the northbound Saturday train, and we grab it from the train.
They slow down and fling it on.
Literally. The guys on the train are really
Which we
good about it.
appreciate. Yeah.
But yeah, we get our mail that way. If I have to go into town, I'll grab it at that point. But right now it's looking like I won't go into town until January. And that's only if something that I'm working on pans out. If it don't, then I won't be going into town. I might send Sarah into town sometime this winter because she's never been to town in the wintertime yet. So I might send her a little butt down onto the train and send her down to Mary and Kathy's house for a weekend. I
could visit.
Yeah, let her have a girls' weekend.
But if I don't go, it won't break my heart.
Yep. And there's John talking to Ashley, Dusty, Matt, saying he's going to see them at Alaska Cut the Cord at 5:30. Yes.
Yay.
And those that don't know, or most of you guys do know, our friends Adam and Phyllis from Alaska Cut the Cord do their live immediately after Raj at 5:45. And they're going to have John in Alaska on their live with them tonight.
That's going to be so
It's going to be I think it's his first time doing a live.
We had the best time when we got all together last time I was in town.
Yep.
Yeah, Rob has been there since, but I don't go out much.
But yeah, we had a good time when we had to get together down there at the Airbnb that Sarah and I were staying at. Zeus?
Don't even.
You're going to go out on the porch again.
Yep.
I'm waiting to be bombed from the back. He's just hit me. No.
I think he's jealous.
Yeah, somebody else is getting my attention.
You guys.
Yep. Dusty says, I'm staying up late to see you.
Come here.
That's good.
We appreciate that.
I think he's talking to John.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not that late. Well,
No.
It's only 8 o'clock over there, unless you go to bed early, Dusty. Let's see. Cindy Squirrel, High Alaska, Last Frontier, Homestead, to Bill.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So I think I'm caught up on all that.
Oh, very good.
Anyways, not much going on here this week. I actually ran into town. I'm putting him on the porch.
Yeah. Yes, he ran into town and picked up just a few odd things. The plan was to go to Anchorage and go to Costco, but the roads were so horrible and the snow was so bad, he didn't go. He just stopped at Walmart and
I hit Walmart and
Three Bears.
Three Bears. No, I was heading into Wasilla, just probably about 15 miles past Adam and Phyllis's place, and I had a truck cross the medium and spinning on the ice in front of me, and I dodged it by going into the grass. About 10 minutes later, not even 10 minutes later, I was going a little further, and there was a guy in a parking lot, and he was flying through the parking lot, locked his brakes up, and spun his way onto Parks Highway. And at that point, I said, I'm not going to Anchorage because they drive worse there.
Yeah.
Charlie is 4. It is his bedtime.
Yes.
Bill was asking about if anybody knew how to connect 2 GoPros to a computer. It actually says, try using tape. I don't think that's what he meant.
That would be my answer too.
Yes, it would have.
No technology.
Double-sided tape.
Yeah. I love double-sided tape. I just love it. I understand the concept.
Yep. But
Computers,
so I just hit Walmart, Three Bears. There's a couple, another Havilon skinning knife, and never made it over there.
Mhm.
Right before the day I was heading into town, to do what people do early in the morning, and I heard the sound outside, and it sounded like a cat.
Oh,
It sounded like a cat screaming. So I'm like, oh, I've got a lynx in the chicken coop area. So I ran over and grabbed my Murata 25, grabbed a flashlight, walked outside, and all I could see is the chickens running around like idiots.
Mhm.
One chicken on the ground dead. And all of a sudden, one of the chickens started screaming, and it sounded like a cat.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world is going on with that thing? And then I shined the flashlight onto the chick coop, and at that time, pine marten come flying out of the coop.
Mhm.
And he tried going up, trying to get out the hole. He came through. It did not work.
Nope.
He came down. He was trying to hide behind the ramp for the chicken coop, or for the chickens to go inside.
Right. Yeah.
He poked his head up just enough, and I put one between the eyes. And now he's in the freezer until I can skin him out.
Mhm.
I'm sorry if you're squeamish and you don't like violence against animals, but I cherish my chickens.
Yes.
I've got to have my eggs.
And he was in there.
Yep. Hello,
in their
Annette.
house.
Hello, Molly.
Annette and Molly.
Oh, Molly is a new sub. Well, welcome. And thank you for catching the first live.
Yes. Yay.
And there's Trout down in Venice, Florida.
That's
He
so
says
fun.
duct tape fixes everything.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
And there's Jerry from Butler Family Farms. Good to see you made it in
Nice.
here, Jerry. Trout says, really mine either. And John's in Alaska is greeting Rebecca.
Lovely.
Sorry, my phone just beeped. Okay, somebody's all right. Jerry says, thanks, I got cleaned up fast. Yep. Then there's Danielle. Danielle, I think he just posted something on my other Facebook or on my on a comment or something. It says, hi, Sarah, Rob and Sarah. Wouldn't it be easier to skin it fresh or is frozen easier? Honestly, I don't think it matters because I'll pull it inside, let it thaw out a little bit before I skin it out. That's what usually happens up here. By the time the trappers get to the kills, they're already frozen.
They're already
stiff.
frozen. Yeah.
So you just got to thaw them out a little bit, get it off there. I mean, even if they don't, rigor mortis is going to set in. It's going to be stiff critter anyways.
And he had to go to town that day.
Yeah.
So
he just got stuffed in a baggie and put away. And he was actually a pretty good sized pine marten. I did talk to the local gentleman, one of our neighbors that lives about 2 miles away today, and he does trap. And I asked him to come over because I've trapped, but I've only used the foot traps. I've never really used the coney bears, and I've never really done snaring. So he's going to come up here in the next couple of weeks and give me a lesson on how to set out some snares and some coney bears that I do have here to try to keep them under control.
Right.
I don't want them getting into the coop or bothering Zeus. I mean, even though that pine marten's small, he probably hurt Zeus pretty bad.
Yeah, they're fierce. Yeah. Rob hasn't trapped before because the neighbor, it's his livelihood.
Yeah.
He's a trapper himself, and we don't want to interfere with his territory.
Yeah, he's been here since he was 13 years old. He's 38 now, and he's been pretty much the only one trapping up here besides old man Jim, but Jim didn't go too far.
No.
Hey, Miss Alone, good to see you in here.
Hi, Alone. Good to see you. Good to have you here.
Yes, Danielle, I actually can't sew the fur. I actually learned to sew in school, and I continued through most of my life working on boats and repairing my own clothes. I've made sails. I've made canopies for my boats. I've made weather skirtings, all kinds of different things for my boats. So I can sew. I come from, my mom is a quilter, and she was a seamstress when I was growing up. So I can do about everything.
Right. We don't have a sewing machine though.
No, I've got to pick another one up. I kind of kicked myself in the butt for getting rid of my Sailrite sewing machine, but it did go to a good place. It actually went to Charles Peck's brother to the sailing club, which is a youth sailing club down in Charlotte Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I actually just found the book for that, and I need to send that down to Dennis because it's got all the maintenance records and all that stuff, as well as a DVD for it. Not that Dennis needs that. He knows how to use it.
Right.
And Ed's back. Good to see you back, Ed. Everybody's greeting
Yep.
alone, and John and everybody else. It's good to see everybody in here. So yeah, that was a little bit of an adventure with that, with the pine marten and the coop. He'll get used. I'll probably need about 4 or 5 more to really do anything with him, because he's big, but he's not that big.
But you did talk to somebody who said that that their meat is one of the things that
they ate, but I don't know if I'm going to be willing to try that.
I don't know. We can feed some to Zeus.
Yeah. Yes, Johnny,
But
your shop was good, John. Jerry, sorry. I was seeing something. I've seen John, so I said Johnny, but it's Jerry. Yeah, your shop was good. I'm envious of all those pen blanks and stuff you got there, and the knife blanks, the scales. Got a lot more stuff ready to go than I do. Everything I have it's dried, but I've got to cut it into chunks, because I've got a lot of burls up here, so I've got to cut them down to the size that are usable, which I've been doing slowly. Yeah. I needed to get a new table saw. My table saw is an old tabletop DeWalt that has died about 4 times, and I keep resurrecting it. Hey, Seashell, good to see you in here.
Yes.
Let's see if I'm missing anything. Anybody's greeting one another still.
We like that.
Those are awesome. What's awesome, Jerry?
I can't read any of it.
Put your glasses on, silly.
It still doesn't. I can't read from here to there.
Oh, sorry.
I can't even tell what the letters are.
Oops.
Nope. There's something that says in the woods.
Yeah,
Nope,
don't.
It won't happen.
Yep. Don't strain your eyes. No. There's Joanne Twist, and I remember it is Joanne, not Joan.
Aha.
Oh yeah. There's a lot. You have no clue the amount of burls I have. I have probably about 30 or 40 of them, ranging from this big to this big, up in the wood shop drying. I was talking with the neighbor tonight that's down at the other cabin, and he's got a tree that's got about 4 or 5 burls tightly close together that are birch, and he's going to be dropping it, and I'm going to make him a table, and I get to keep the rest of it.
There was like a pair of burls on a tree that were already cut when we got here.
Yep.
And that stayed here.
And that's going to get turned into a table.
It's going to be
and a shelf.
A shelf.
All right. Danielle asked, what will you aim for with the conibear trap? Martin, if I said it right, I mean, technically I could get it depends on the size too. Get maybe a fox, depending on how I said it. At least I don't know enough about the trapping up here yet. When I was growing up trapping, we were putting foot traps out with peanut butter on it for squirrels and raccoon in the cornfield.
Right.
That was the extent of my trapping growing up. So I don't even know how to set a proper snare. I mean, I could do a basic, but I don't know how to do a proper snare.
And mainly it's to not necessarily even, it'd be nice to have some furs, but mainly to protect the chickens, to keep the critters, the varmint type critters.
And yes, Rebecca, 1 minute.
1 minute.
She asked if we're going to show what we got in the mail, and I'm going to. Hey, John, good to see you.
Want me to get it?
I'll get it. I'm closer. Okay. Or easier for me to get out. You got the legs to deal with. Sorry, you sit here.
They're table legs. They're small. They're not going anywhere.
Okay, you're on the other side.
Yeah, no, they're not going anywhere. I wonder if I can read anything. I can tell that there's blue writing on there and there's white writing. And that's about it. Rebecca. Yep, he's getting the hats.
All right, so
it was funny. We both put them on and went, "Oh, these are wonderful."
A couple of weeks back, I was on Rebecca Touched by Yarns live, and at the time of the live, as she's doing it, she knit you a hat. So I had her make me a hat, or she made me a hat, and I wore this outside for the first time today. And let me tell you, this thing is warm. It is. I've never seen one made quite like this. It's got like a rim right here, and it keeps it nice and snug, and it's thick, and it seems very, very durable to the point where I can't have it on inside more than a minute or two. Right. My head starts to overheat, but you can't really tell. But it's a camouflage yarn. Well, maybe you can with that.
Fun. Yeah.
And then she gave one to Miss Sarah.
And it's perfect. I love it. And he's right. It is warm. I have several that I kind of wear all year just to keep the hair away from what I'm trying to see and do. But this is for warm.
Yeah, they're amazing.
But they are hot.
Yep. Ed says clouds have messed up the videos, but they will still be in the next video. Very good, Ed. Let's see, and this did Rebecca showed the hats.
The hats.
Oh,
We love
I just
them.
went way too far. Oh, I'm getting way behind too.
Uh-oh.
Ed says just make sure to synchronize your cardinal grommet. Oh, he must be talking to Bill. Jerry says, wow, that is cool. I got some, but in the cargo trailer. Yeah, we have some big burls up here. And unfortunately, we really only have 2 types of trees up here.
Right.
we have birch and
spruce.
And the spruce is pretty thin. We do have some alder occasionally. We have aspen occasionally. We have cottonwood, but the cottonwood rots out from the inside out. And I do have one cottonwood down there that's got a burl on it. It's about half the size of a VW Bug. So when that one comes down, I'm going to get that out of there. There's Bayou Bangle. I met you this morning on Tuber Chat. How you doing?
Nice.
And thank you for suggesting you hit the like button. Thank you very much.
Oh, bless your heart.
Wow, we're up to 35 people. Pretty nice. Dusty Butter Boy says, Ed, your videos could be nothing but clouds. It will still be glued to the screen, right?
Yeah.
Between the clouds moving and the music Ed puts on it, we'd all be stuck on there.
Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Ruby's greeting a few people, the John in Alaska and Dusty Bottom Boys, and Ed Zank and Dusty.
Yep.
Let's see, I'm trying to get caught back up here. Sorry, guys. I step away from it to get the hats, and next thing you know, you guys are hitting us, and that's good.
That's fine.
All right. And Gillen Farm says, I have one of those hats on the way.
Yay.
It's
You're
well
gonna
worth
love
it, Johnny. It is worth it.
You're going to love it.
Bayou Bengal Network. It looks great, too. Yep.
It does.
Ruby says to Tony, hello in our cabin in the woods. Tony's thanking Bill. And that says nice hat. Yes, they are very nice
Really
hat.
good.
Bill is dropping some links. Thank you. Joanne says, love them. Oop. Sorry, I touched the button and it just goes nuts on me. Same problem Phyllis had the other night. Everybody's greeting Seashell. Good to see you in here, Seashell. See Cindy Squirrel saying hi to Rebecca and saying gorgeous work. Most generous and wonderful giving person. Yes, she is. She's an amazing person. We actually were on the phone a little bit this afternoon.
Yeah.
And Jerry's saying hello to Joanne. Bayou Bengal is saying hi to Jerry. Mike Henderson, good to see you. Those hats are awesome. Yes, they are.
We're tickled with
John Alaska, you guys look good in your hats. They look warm. They are
They
warm.
are warm.
I won't be wearing mine until it's down closer to 0 because I'm cooking it. That's like the trapper hat I have that's made out of beaver. I can't put it on unless it's negative temperatures. Otherwise,
I have one with fox.
Yeah, you get Arctic fox. I take mine off and my head's soaked, so I can't wear them. But that one will get worn because I think by the time it gets down to about maybe 10 degrees, I'll be able to wear the one Rebecca made. And what's nice is it fits comfortably.
It does.
And Bill says Rebecca makes great hats. I wore mine a couple weeks ago.
Good.
Ed says, hello, everyone. I'm on my cell phone, so replying to individuals is slow and cumbersome with big fat thumb. Ed, you got to learn to use both thumbs.
Two.
And somebody just licked my thumb. No.
It wasn't me. I didn't lick his thumb.
Don't hit me. Zeus.
Scooby-Doo, come around.
Go see Mommy. Come on.
Come over here.
Zeus. He's
not
wanting attention from me. Ow. Everybody's saying hi to one another. Rebecca's the best of Susan. Panhandle Off-Road Ranch. Oh, you're a new one. Good to see you in here.
Come here. There.
Hello from Stillwell, Oklahoma. Very nice. Oop, I just hit the stupid scroll button a little too hard again. I think I just saw My Wild Homes came in.
Oh, how fun.
I'm trying to get back to where I was. Oh my. I got to turn sensitivity down on my my mouse. Yes, there is Ryan and Melody from My Wild Home.
Lovely.
It
Yep.
says especially Bill's super long YouTube channel name. Right. It is a long name, but it's memorable. And Rebecca says hi to Melody and Ryan. And they're
Yes.
saying hello back to Rebecca. And Matt says, I like short and sweet channel names personally. It says Matt AK.
That's pretty short.
Tony at Our Cabin in the Woods says hello to Melody and Ryan. And I got a dog whining at my back. Ed, that way it's just Bill from me. Ruby says, those are beautiful earth tone colors. Great job, Rebecca. Yes. Melody and Ryan is greeting Tony at Our Cabins in the Woods. And Bill just dropped their link. Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Everybody's greeting everybody else. Brooke Trout says, any snow yet? Daughter and Racine,
Fluff.
inch and a half. My dad, nothing yet. Yeah, see, we down in Zeus. One moment. Come on.
This is the worst he's been
Let's
on
go. Come on, Zeus.
on a live. So there, he's on the porch again. There are no steps off the front
Yes.
porch, and it's quite high. And
He's not brave enough to jump.
He's not going to jump.
Anyways, your question about Snowbrook Trout. We have had a dusting. Ed has had 3 or 4 inches. Parts of Willow and Wasilla have had 3 to 4 inches as well. And we've got maybe a quarter of an inch. We're usually the opposite. Usually we get all the snow. And this year they're starting off with a bang and not us.
You looked on a map and you said that there's snow all the way around a circle around us.
Yeah.
And right here.
I was looking at the radar and we're here and the rain and the snow is coming up and then part and go around us again. It's weird.
Yep. Usually we have lots and lots, but it's not a contest. It's a survey.
Yes.
So we'll see
Yep.
where there's, and I'm betting Alone will have the most.
No, don't say that. She's going to get mad at you.
No, she
Dusty
won't get
boy.
mad, 'cause it won't be my fault. It's just an observation. She knows that.
Dusty Bottom Boy says, give Bill some credit. His second channel name is shorter. Yes, it is. Bill, drop a link to your other channel. I think it's Digging Alaska. Melody and Ryan are greeting Ruby. And Rebecca says, thank you, Susan. Boop. I really got to turn that down. The sensitivity. I just touched it and it went crazy. All right, there we go. Not bad.
Okay.
But he's greeting one another. Panhandle and Butler Fairland Farms, greeting Melody. Ed says, you can type my name twice as fast as typing Bill. Yeah, 4 letters versus 2 letters.
Right.
Ashley's laughing at Ed. I'm sure that's who she's laughing at.
Yeah.
Johnny at Gillen Farms is saying hello to Panhandle Off-Road Ranch. Near, I won't even try to pronounce it.
What's
Teleq? I don't know. Probably hacking that. I'm sorry. Everybody's still greeting one another, which is good to see.
yes, we like that.
Trying to get down here where I can get some questions. Okay. Bill says, Ed, your channel name is just as long as mine. Ha ha ha. True. Melody and Ryan say Opal does this kind of thing too when we
Does
get on
she?
live. And yeah, she has a couple times, but he's getting really boisterous
Really
lately. I don't know
obnoxious.
why. On live, she all of a sudden needs attention. Yeah, that's what he's doing. But he gets really boisterous and he'll basically come running through the house and jump into my side. He's given me a couple hell of a kidney punches over the last few months. And see,
And all I have to do is stand up and put my finger at him and put my hand out like that, and he quiets down.
Yep. Ed says, busted. I should have just named it Mountain Mariner. Ed, don't change it, Ed. We like it as it is.
We love it as it is.
And Panhandle Off-Road Ranch, Gillum. I live up in the Panhandle, but drive OTR over the road. Melody and Ryan, we got our first snow at the island the other day. So magical. It is beautiful when it's coming down. It's slightly
it's
coming
so
down
pretty.
now.
Yeah. It just kind of looks overcast.
Yep. And Bill says, Ed, you can change it. Don't change it. Alone says, LOL, I bet you guys get the most snow. Actually, I'm welcoming the snow right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather be riding the snow machines than the side-by-side.
Absolutely, especially on the hard ground.
Yep. And it's more, because once we start getting the base layer, I'll go through where I have ruts and stuff, and I'll pack it full of snow and go over it a few times and smooth it all out. John in Alaska says you get close to 7 inches, and
Holy
it's snowing
smokes.
lightly right now. Well, John, you just make sure you drive safely when you're going over to Adam and Phyllis later, please.
Yes, do, please.
Seashell says, hi, Sarah. Are you still playing the dulcimers?
Not much. I haven't. What I've been doing lately, though, is making Christmas wreaths. Because Rob went into town and he took 4 to 4 different people. And then our neighbor came up from Florida who's staying, he has a cabin just like a half mile from us down the trail. And I made that.
This is the latest one.
I'm going to send that home with them. So the wreath itself is birch twigs from the trees, the branches that Rob has taken the trees down. But I do need to get back to it. I expect with winter I'll play a little more. Yeah,
we both will. Once we start getting more snow and it gets colder and colder, we're going to start doing a little bit more inside. My goal is to finish off.
We got library.
The house is about 75%, 80% finished. I want to get it to almost about 95% finished. I know I won't be able to get it 100% finished. One, because I need to mill the flooring with stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough plywood to finish upstairs. I can probably do the library and part of the office.
The offices that the one room that's really not done was going to be a guest room, and we realized that we have a guest cabin.
2
basically, and we really don't need another guest space.
No.
And so that will be my studio for certainly this winter, and he's already working in the space doing a lot of his
go ahead.
Computer stuff.
I'm laughing at Ed. Ed said, Rob, 75-foot tall snow pole is falling behind in the contest. It's only 13.6.
True. It's only
13.6. Hello, Terry. How are you? Says that's how it's been with the rain here. Many times goes around us. Been in the burn ban, of course, right now. Farmers can do agricultural burns. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was like when we were in Florida, because we're in a town called Punta Gorda, which is Fat Point. The rain literally went around that Fat Point every now and then. But when it came in as torrential downpours, we got nailed.
Oh, sometimes it was.
And there's Christine says, thanks for joining the collaboration. Not a problem. Christine, if you want to drop a plug or say what the, what is it? Wild Game November? If I remember, I have it written down. It's not in front of me. There's a bunch of us going to be doing some cooking, and it has to be a wild game. And my post will be coming out on my birthday on November 18th for the collaboration for the cooking. Let me see. I don't think I don't cook. She don't cook. She can, but she don't like to. And there's 1968 Alaska sourdough. Good to see you in here. Looks like the weather looks like snow coming next week. 8 inches or so. That'd be nice.
8 inches would be nice.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, we could use it. It has that insulative quality, and our drain that goes out from the house to the wherever.
The leach field.
Yeah. It's not very well insulated.
No.
It's better than it was last year.
Yes, by far.
Because we put insulation and then dirt over that.
Yep.
But it does drain out across the trail.
You're very welcome about me joining the collaboration, Christine. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be probably filming it this coming week.
He's a good cook.
Everybody's greeting one another still. Ashley says, so is it the height of the pole or the amount of snow you get? It's a combination of the two. We want to see who gets in between each fall, who gets more, and then we'll do a total at the end of the year on how high it gets on the poles, because we know how it is. It sinks down as the more you get.
Yeah.
It compacts. Christine's greeting my wild home.
Nice.
Sourdough saying hello to Rebecca. Bill's dropping some links. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill.
A lot of greeting going on, which is good. I like to see everybody greeting one another.
Mhm.
And John says, will do, Rob. That's good. John, safety is always prominent.
Yes. Do take care.
Christine says, beautiful. Ryan and Melody, that is so pretty, Sarah, talking about your wreath.
Oh, thank you.
She's done a number of them. Each one comes out very unique and very nice looking.
One of our friends from town sent ribbon, a big box of ribbon back with
Yep.
Rob, and that made a big difference to this wreath. Some of them didn't have any ribbon on them. They had strips of bark, kind of made into a quote bow.
Yep.
They're not too fussy what you call a bow.
Let's see. Johnny says, good live numbers, you guys. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
35.
Yeah,
this
good.
is one of our better ones.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that.
Thank you all.
Bill says,
it's
Rob,
nice to chat.
you need a hotel for all your guests, right? Well, that's what we got going on here.
We're
The
hoping.
inn will be open probably by January 1st.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
It's a
Most people
nice
won't come up here
guest
this time of
room.
year.
And they don't know what they're missing. If you can get up here at this time of year, it is gloriously beautiful.
Right? Bill says, Rob, are you going to cook up bear squatch for the collaboration? Actually, no, I'm going to do the last of my moose, my canned moose for the collaboration. And Brooke Trout says, my dad used to have wild game feed. Everyone would bring something, pheasant, grouse, deer, bear, etc.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great night. I bet it was.
I bet.
I've been wandering around trying to find a grouse. We had a bunch of grouse around here for a little while, and all of a sudden they disappeared on me. I had one that was related to freaking Nero and Matrix. I shot at him, and he just dodged that pellet really quick.
What were those babies that we watched this spring?
That was the grouse.
They were so cute.
Yeah, we go down the trail, and they'll just stop right in the middle of the trail. That's why we call them stupid chickens.
Mhm.
And they'll sit there looking at you. I mean, you could literally walk up and pick them up, and the mother will sit there flopping like she's got a broken wing until you go the other way. Yeah. Well, no, she's trying to dry you away from the young. And John Hogan says, let me know how the birch oil making goes. I've got to make a system for doing that, John.
Birch oil?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it after. Both John and Harold have sent me information on it in the last couple days. Everybody's greeting one another. And there's Josh from Southern Roots Alaskan Branches. Hopefully you're doing good up there, Josh. How much snow you got, Josh? Don't forget the thumbs up, says John in Alaska. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
And if I'm missing any questions, please feel free to ask them again. Right. Christine says, I can't wait. I've never tried moose and would love to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Really good.
It's really good.
It doesn't have as much gamey flavor as the New York State deer.
Yeah. And there's Bron. Good to see you, Bron. Bron says, hello, Rob and Sarah, and good day to everyone. And hope everyone is well and warm and happy, fed and watered, right?
Yes.
And we are.
And we are indeed.
Well, we're not fully fed. We had a little bit of a light snack before we came on.
I made a grilled cheese sandwich.
So did I.
Myself. He made his own. He's not going to eat my cookie.
And Sarah, of course, is having her customary drink.
Manhattan.
And I'm tonight having a Matanuska beer. It's deep powder. It's a porter. And that actually is a story right there. About 2 weeks ago, there was a young lass on Facebook looking to find somebody that would take some canned salmon off her hands. And it was canned in the metal cans. They were a little banged up. And let me tell you, a lot of people got nasty with this young girl about, oh, it should go to dogs. It should this. It's not good for humans. And they got pretty mean with her. So I said, hey, we didn't get really a chance to go fishing this year. I'd love to get a can or two off of you. Well, she comes back about an hour later and says, you get half the cans. And because I have so much, I'm giving you half my freezer. So I got about 60 pounds, 60, 70 pounds of salmon that I dragged home this weekend as well. And she works for this brewery and gave me a bunch of free beer.
A bunch of beer as well.
So it's kind of nice, you know.
It was very nice.
And on the way back to town, I gifted out some of the salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I gave some to our friend Mary, who brings us our mail, and she works for the
Yes.
train. I gave some to our friend Jim, who works for the train, that
Mhm.
also helps us out, who actually had to jumpstart me when I was in town because my battery in my truck died.
Right. Yep.
So I gifted
He's a
him.
good guy.
I actually gifted him a bunch because there was some freezer burn stuff in there.
And he
And
has retired.
He's got retired sled pups,
Huskies.
so that's going to go to the feed to them.
Mhm.
Let's see. Everybody's greeting Brun, and Brun's greeting everybody else. And Brun says, "Oh my, you had me at grilled cheese." But you know what? We forgot. Onto it also said we need to put some of that Vegemite on that. We didn't do
Oh,
it.
we didn't.
I know. Bad word, right? Right, Brun? I know you don't like Vegemite. The Tony's.
It's not my favorite either, bro.
I don't mind it. Tony's have it says Long Island iced tea here. That actually used to be one of my drinks of choice. I just haven't drank it in a long time. I forget about everything I do.
What's in it?
A lot. Rushing Wind Mountain Ruby says, "Wish I could send some your way, Rob. We have them walking around like they own the place."
Yeah.
I said, "Enjoy until there's a food shortage." Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Once there's a food shortage, nobody's got anything. This is John Greeting talking to Clint, and Brun says, "Hi, John. Hope you are doing okay." Ashley says hi to Brun. And Ben finding his frog hair. Alone says, "Be right back. Got a phone call." Hey, no phone calls. Kidding. Josh says, "Same amount of snow for now. Supposed to get snow tomorrow. We'll get some tomorrow." Yeah. So it's not a very snowy fall yet.
No, not. It's our least snowy fall
so far.
So far.
And mind you, this is only our third fall. So
Well, that's true.
Brooke Trout says, "Love salmon. That's the one of the things I missed about Wisconsin, the salmon run, right?"
Salmon's my favorite.
Okay, there we go. All right. And Josh says, "Hey, Mom, Miss Christine." Yep, that's Christine from Gillen Farms.
Nice.
Brun says to Dusty Bottom Boys, "I got a rock for you." There's Railroad Mike's Alaska. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you in here.
Oop, there you go.
And that says white wine here.
That's lovely.
Tony says 6 mixes. Yum. Yeah, it's got a lot of different alcohols in it.
Oh my.
Everybody's greeting Josh and Mike. I'm trying not to have this stupid mouse go stupid on me. Ed says from Alaska Mountain Marina, off-grid Alaska. Got a good fire going in the wood stove last night and fell asleep with the Blaze King on high. Woke up.
Oh my gosh.
Been there, done that.
Roasted.
Our first winter with the Blaze King at the other cabin.
Hot.
Oh my God. After the first time,
couldn't get it
the window
out.
stayed open for the rest of the winter.
Right.
Because the bedroom at the other cabin is
Upstairs.
above the wood stove. So that room up there would be, even if it's like 65 downstairs, the bedroom was like 85. And I cannot have any kind of high temperature when I sleep.
We kept the door open from the door, not to the outside, but to the downstairs, open this much.
But the window was open that much. And it's a cant out window.
It helped, yeah. It did help. Even I was not cold.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to.
It's easier. It stays much more even in this house. But it's not a Blaze King stove either.
No, it's the wood fire cook stove, the Obadiah. Let's see. Everybody's greeting one another, talking to one another here. Josh says, "Mr. Ed, holy smokes, right?" Ed says, "And what was with 2 windows cracked open again?"
Yeah.
Right. It gets hot in these cabins, especially if they're well insulated. Like this one's pretty well insulated. The fire's barely been going. And
it's on like 1.
Over the last 2 days, I've done a lot of cooking. And so it's in the mid 70s in here because the house does not lose the heat very well.
It's 76 right now.
And it's too warm.
It's too warm.
Yep. Yeah. And Brooke Trout's having a margarita.
Good for you.
Ashley says, "Ed, you could roast your Thanksgiving turkey at that temp." Exactly. Do a slow cook on that thing. Rebecca says to Brun, "I keep smiling." Oop. Josh saying hi to Johnny from Gillum Farms.
Nice.
Jerry from Butler Family Farm says, "Hey Ron, I'm going to go eat, but we'll leave this running, and we'll
Bless your
do
heart.
run your
Yeah.
playlist as well." Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate
Thank
it, my
you.
friend.
We do.
Oh, and by the way, if a lot of you guys have not seen the announcement I did the other day, we broke 500 subs. I think it was Saturday morning.
I think so.
I get up and we're 499. I texted Adam and I said, "So close." I refreshed and it hit 500.
Right there.
So I was like, okay. But I
Yep.
wanted to say thank you to all you guys. It's all your
Mhm.
support,
Mhm.
by watching and subscribing that has helped us grow a lot in a very, very short time.
And referring us.
Yeah, and referring us
That's
out to other people.
huge.
People like Alone, Bill,
Absolutely.
Butler Family Farms,
Absolutely.
Scott from Rambling with the Brums, all of you, Josh, doing shout outs, talking about us.
You're
Adam and
so
Phyllis, they're
supportive.
always talking about us on their stuff.
Mhm.
Without all your support, we wouldn't have the subs that we have.
No.
We'd still be doing the videos, but we would have the subs and the
Right.
fan base that we do. And we're very appreciative of all you.
We are indeed.
It's very nice to see and get the feedback and the responses that we're getting. Let's see here. Brun says, "Dusty, my entire life is sand. It's in my shoes. Sand. It's in my shoes, my socks. I
Yeah.
live at the beach."
Yeah.
So life is sand.
Life is sand. Oh, that's good.
Oop. This went too far again. And there's Not For Nothing Homestead. How are you? I think that is Ginger. I think that's your name. I'm horrible with names till I see the names a few times. I'm sorry. And I think I've been in your live a couple times. It says, "Hey, Josh, I found the thing we were talking about." Uh-oh. And Brun is talking to Annette. "No, not the truck. Will you fix it soon?" Uh-oh. Annette had a problem with the truck. See, I hit the button and it went way too far. So I'm sorry if I missed anything. Please come back and tell me. Josh is talking to Johnny. "Oh, glad you did, Mr. Johnny." Yep, it is Ginger. And Josh just said, "Hey, Miss Ginger." So until I know somebody and talk to them a few times, I'm not the greatest with name.
He's way better than I am. I can usually remember my own.
Yeah. Gillum says, "Nice, Rob." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of songs, what's your favorite songs, Rob and Sarah? Oh, it's hard to say.
Really hard to say.
We both have a wide variety of music we listen to. We can listen from classic to, in my case, heavy metal. I mean, but I listen to everything in between. I listen to country, disco, hip hop. It don't matter. I like it all. For my rock, but I mean, I can listen to everything.
Like rock. I also kind of like. Well, in the 70s, I knew all the girl singers and all the songs by words. But this afternoon, when I woke up from my nap, I was thinking about Hello, Darkness, my girlfriend.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon, but it wasn't the Simon and Garfunkel one I was thinking of. It was
probably
the new
Disturbed, the Disturbed version that I played for you.
That is exquisite. I had heard it before you.
Yeah, no, I think I played a few before.
It is hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
They really did.
Everybody's beating.
It's a little more complex.
Mm-hmm.
A little more nuanced.
Annette says, "My water pump is sitting in the passenger seat. I just need to put it in." Good.
Does it have a seatbelt on?
LaRue Douglas. "Hey, everyone. Nice. Sorry for coming in late. Not a problem."
Oh, better late than never.
You're never late here.
Too late.
There's always no such
on time. Thing as too late.
Ginger says, "Hey, Johnny, just finished my Wild Game November video." Nice. I need to get caught up. I've been so busy the last 2 days. I need to get caught up on who has posted and get them watched. Yeah. See what the competition's like. Everybody's greeting one another.
Good.
And Rushing Wind, congratulations. Not For Nothing Homestead. Hey there, Rushing Wind. Rebecca says, "I'm all surprised that I have 666 friends on YouTube." Exactly.
Nice.
Ed says, "Anyone need an exhaust can loud for 1999 2001 MXZ?" Nope. I've just got my 550Fs. That's all I've got. Danielle says, do you have ptarmigan there? Yes, we do.
We do.
At times. Wintertime, they come in more than
They
during the summer and the fall and spring. Sounds horrible, but the first time I come across ptarmigan up here, I was zipping down the trail down by the tracks and flushed a small flock of them. And one of them flew right into the side of the snow machine and broke his neck. So I wasn't going to let him go to waste. And I brought him home. And
we ate them. I still have feathers.
Yeah. By the time I get back down there, the rest of them are gone. I have seen them a few times since then. Just usually when I don't have a weapon on me to shoot them. They
were all white. The feathers were white. Except a little bit of a tip on one of the feathers is black. And I have a big raven feather. And I know that the raven feather, if I use it for art, I can't sell it because it's a protected species. Yep. But I can use it for my own self.
Yep.
So I will do that.
Ginger says it's okay. And Johnny said 41 in here. Wow, we had 41.
Good. Yay.
Brooke Trut says, naps are good.
Naps are good. I
can't take naps.
Naps are essential.
If I take a nap, I'm useless.
Nope. I've taken naps practically my whole life.
It says
2 to 3 in the afternoon.
GGB sent me the wrong part and said to keep this one.
What are you going to do with the wrong part?
Sell it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And Bill says, I had to step outside, so I decided to measure the snow exactly 4 inches.
Wow.
Nice. Ashley says, Ed, does it come with the snow machine attached? Good try, Ashley.
Yeah, right.
And John Alaska's greeting LaRue. I hope I'm saying that right. Brunt says, nothing like a good 4 inches of snow, right? Except for 4 inches of sunshine in your case there, Brunt.
Yeah.
And John Hogan, too. I'm sure he's going to pipe in and say that, too. You got a foot of sunshine today.
I bet.
Annette says, Mountain, nope, I am chucked into load already. Mike says, hello, darkness, my old friend. You've come at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Again, right? Susan Aiken had one something like that on her Facebook page earlier.
So
had
cute.
me laughing.
Yeah.
Brown says, thanks, Railroad. Now it's stuck in my head. All day, right?
Yep. Oops. Somebody asked.
Yep. You see, Tony says, Alaska Frontiers looks like a guy snowboarding. Mike says, you're welcome. Mike, if I remember right, you are the Mike I talked to on Facebook too, correct? Last name starts with a G. And I think you've been up here. I think you've been to the property when Jim and Nancy owned it.
Oh, yeah.
Gillen Farms, yes, you had 41. Well, that's good. Mike says, howdy, last Frontier. And Terry says, Rob, you ever make gumbo? Actually, I have not. Well, actually, I have. It's been a long time. I'd probably say about 20 years since I've made gumbo. Matt says, the disturbed version of the song is my favorite. Sorry. No, right. I agree. I mean, I like the Simon and Garfunkel version.
I do too.
But
of course, it was my era.
Yeah, the disturbed is one of my favorite ones. And yes, that is the right mic. That's good to know. Good. Let me just check on him, make sure he ain't getting in trouble. And
I see his face. He's looking in the door.
Are you going to behave? Come on. Thump. Don't start. He's looking for toys. Be good, okay?
He'll come out with a rug of some sort.
He is a handful. Thank you, Tony, for saying anybody hit the thumbs up button.
Yes, thank you.
Whoop.
Where'd he go?
There we go. Danielle says disturbed with Miles is the best version. Yeah, I think I have heard that one too. Tony saying everybody give a thumbs up. Thank you, Tony. Ned says, sorry, I can't spell. That was supposed to say loud, not load. It's all right. Brunt says, no sunshine sucks because beaches are awful Watermelon is sticky, ice cream melts.
Oh no.
Living a beach bum life is stressful.
Oh,
I want snow.
terrible.
Not really. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. You almost got some.
Yeah.
Miles Kennedy. Yes, that's right, Danielle. And trust me, Brian, I know. I lived on my sailboat for many, many years, and I've been on many, many beaches and brought many, many hundreds of pounds of sand onto boats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand the beach bum life. Tony's laughing. Anyways, okay, good. I think I'm caught back up on.
Wow. Mhm.
Yep, I'm actually caught back up on the comments. Sorry about that, guys.
Yes, that's fine. Caught
Trying
up
to
is
think there
okay.
was what else. There was a few things we were going to talk about. I can't remember what we were going to talk about now. And one of those days, when I get back from town, it's stressful.
It
It takes me a
is.
few days
It
to
is. It
unwind
does
fully.
take, yeah. And it takes me a while too.
Yeah.
Because I'm here by myself. Well, with the
Hang on one second.
dog.
Not a problem, John in Alaska. He says, "Sorry guys, I have to go and get ready to go over to
Yes.
Adam and Phyllis's Alaska Cut the Cord.
Yes.
Because
Drive
they're live.
careful.
It's starting about at 45 minutes.
Yes. Drive carefully. Safe trip. Have fun.
Yep. Matt says, I'll take 100 degrees at the beach over 100 degrees in Utah desert in the summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've lived in a desert in Nevada, and I did not like that. Niz onto it, Ozzy. Good to see you in here.
Yes.
Just woke up.
Well,
Well, it's
that
early morning
happens,
your
yeah,
time, so
that-
it's okay.
sure.
We'll forgive you this time. And Bron says, what will you be doing for Christmas? Relaxing.
yes. Relaxing.
We're actually going to be doing a tree, but we're not going to discuss it yet because Sarah and I are going to make it,
Yes.
and you'll have to be surprised.
Yes. Yeah. This will be our first tree here. We haven't.
We had an
decorated-
outside tree before, but
Yeah,
we
we
didn't have an
did.
inside tree.
And one year, the first year here, I bought tinsel, and we're still finding it.
Yeah, all over the
In-
yard. The
in
poor
odd
chickadees been
places,
carrying it away
yes.
and making nests out
Nests,
of it.
sure.
And they wonder why the owls will find them because it's nice and sparkly.
I won't buy tinsel. I didn't buy it this year.
No. And Matt is saying bye to John. John, make sure you drive safely, please, sir.
Yes.
All right. And Josh asked, y'all seen any critters recently? Oh, you missed that part, Josh. No,
Oh,
we had
yeah,
a
we
pine
had a
martin get
martin.
into the chicken coop, but it only got one chicken before I got it. So, but yeah, that
I
was,
didn't hear a thing. He heard it and woke up. It was
yeah, that was
really
the first
early
part of
morning.
the discussion on the chat
Yeah.
tonight. How close is our nearest neighbor? Jonathan's cabin, I believe, is about 2.5 miles from here.
we have a seasonal neighbor.
But no, I don't count. Those aren't
No,
neighbors.
That's
I
true.
count a neighbor as somebody that's there 24/7.
Mm.
Because otherwise their neighbors only for like a day.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people that come up here to the cabins are only here for a couple days to a week at a time. Like our friend Mac that's down at his cabin right now. Trying.
But he's close. He's only
He's half mile.
Half mile.
But he's only here for maybe 3 to 4 times a year, for about a
Right.
week at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, everybody's greeting one another. Ozzy and Dusty. And thanks all later from John in Alaska. John, just drive safe, please.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says, how many years have you been there? We've been here about 2.25 years.
Yeah. We're going into our third winter.
Yeah, this is our third winter. Onto it. Ozzy says, was up sick all night. Joys of my
Oh.
job. Well, then you have an excuse.
Yes.
And we will accept that excuse onto it.
Hope you feel better.
Go get some of that ghee. I watched your ghee video earlier today. I need to make some ghee. I haven't done it in a long time. Southern Roots says, see you soon, Mr. John. Yep. We'll see you over to Adam and
Yes,
Phyllis'
we
live
will.
here in a little bit. Brun says, hi to Onto Oz's. Sleep is for the ugly people. You don't need it.
Aw. Nice. Yeah.
Ed says, critters sightings have been mostly snowshoe hare, crazy population of them here this year. We haven't had a rabbit
No.
around our property in years.
Like ever?
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
And our critter count has gone down. I just checked the
Mhm.
cameras after 2 weeks and there was nothing
Nothing.
on them.
Well, it's okay with me if the bears are asleep.
Yeah,
Um,
unless they want to go in the freezer
and
or on the wall.
I do have a space over here at the foot of the stairs that really would look good with a rug.
Yep. And our Kevin Wood says to Josh, did you ever get yourself a moose?
We never got.
And onto it, Oz says,
Did
I
he
hope
give
so,
us-
Ash. I don't know if he did or not.
Mm-mm.
Brun says, onto it, Ozzy. Hope you feel better
Yeah.
and keep fluids up. Yes.
Yeah,
No, keep
fluids.
fluids down,
Yeah,
not up.
Well, drink them a lot. Get them in.
Onto it says, thanks, Brun. Can't even drink water. Oh, that's horrible.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mike says, are the old abandoned cabins still up in your area?
Mhm.
I know of 2 that are falling down up here, plus one across the lake, Mike.
Know of one on the far ridge.
That's
2
one
on-
that is abandoned. You can't count Pierre's place as abandoned because it's
that's
still
right.
habitable.
It is.
There's really only 2.
And he owns it. And
Yeah, there's only 2 of them that are abandoned, but the properties are owned and the properties, the taxes are all kept up on. So,
Mhm.
but there's one actually we have our eye on. We're trying to work something out to get the land. The cabin is totally useless.
Totally,
It's fallen down on itself. I think we found evidence the last time somebody was up there was in the late 90s.
Mhm.
And it was probably bad at that time, but it's
Probably.
totally collapsed on itself.
It has indeed.
And Josh says, not yet, Uncle Tony, but got one more chance to end of the month. Well, you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ed said, did we lose them? Then he says, they're back. My connection, I guess. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, don't scare me yet. Brun says, wow, onto it, Ozzy. You better keep resting till it goes and get onto some vitamins after, right? Tony says, LOL, good luck. Ashley says, Ed, all good here. Dusty says, up is down and Ozzy land.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's true.
You're right. Onto it says, just a 24-hour thing, Brun. Lots of patients have it now. That's either way. It's still not good.
It's
onto
not
it.
fun.
Nobody likes being sick.
Ugh.
Nobody likes being sick.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Okay, so now we'll cut back up. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to start rambling about something.
Oh, mercy.
He's being quiet. Yes, he's being quiet. In case you didn't hear me. Susan says, we had a skunk that wouldn't quite quit walking by the bedroom window the other night. Oh, God. Hopefully he wasn't spraying.
Oh, I hope not. That's hard to sleep through.
We don't have skunks up here, thankfully.
We don't.
We have porcupines, weasels, different types of weasels. We have had a
I don't know.
Brain fart. A possum. There was a possum down in Homer. He came in on a ship.
Oh,
and
yeah,
jumped off.
yeah. Not
Then it had babies.
right. So
Grubby was its name.
yes,
They thought it was a male. Then Grubby had babies.
Whoops.
Oops. But they've since caught him, and I think he's either in a wildlife refuge or they shipped him back south.
Right.
They don't like invasive species up here. I don't blame them.
No, not at all.
Onto it, Ozzy. Do you guys have snow? Very, very, very little. Everybody else got a bit.
All around us got people.
Yeah, we're the only ones that really didn't get much snow. Mike says there was one on the ridge way up last time I was there with Jim. Was using it as storage. There's a neat story about that place. I'll have to tell you, but yeah, please do, Mike.
Yeah, do.
Because we're finding all kinds of stuff around here from Jim.
All kinds of things.
Was it the ridge behind the house? I mean, there's a lot of ridges here, Mike.
We have some ridges.
Mike, when you get a chance one of these weekends, like on the first Thursday train, if you want to come on up. I'll pick you up down to the tracks and come up and hang out for the day.
Sure.
Railroad Mike's Alaska is local. He lives down in Talkeetna. On Twitter says, thanks to Ashley. Brun says, do you have double glazed windows to keep the heat? Yes.
Yes,
we have double glazed. We'd like to get some triple glazed, but all of our windows are odd sized.
They are.
So it's kind of hard to find the right windows.
And the dirt is between the layers.
Yeah, there's mold. The vacuum has been broken, so it gets spots in there. And there's my friend Kaito Oyama. Says hi, Robert and Sarah.
Goodness. Yeah.
And Mike says Jim wasn't up here a lot, so he didn't really do any maintenance of the trails. I'm trying to put trails into different places so I can go get more wood.
Yeah.
The spruce in this area around us is pretty slim because Jim cut them all down to build the houses.
Right. This one.
And I need to get further out there to bring stuff in so I can build stuff.
Mm-hmm. We need a garage.
Yeah, I got a couple wood projects I need to get done
Yeah.
for this coming summer, or get
Yeah.
ready for this coming summer. I'm about to make some alterations to the mechanical building because of the height of it, where the floor is. I can't get the side by side in there, and it is a pole barn, so I don't really need the floor. I'm just going to cover the ground with rocks and concrete,
Right.
so that way I can get everything in there a little easier.
Yeah, the side by side won't fit, no way.
And Brun says I had an Ensenada on my deck. It's like a porcupine, but doesn't drop its spikes.
Wow.
It's cute and harmless. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I have to look that up.
We don't have anything that's cute and harmless.
No, they all want to rip your throat out except for the shrews
Yeah.
and bulls.
The shrews and bulls, and they are
They're tiny. Well, they can get about that big. I'm sure there's other things up here too.
Yeah.
And Scott's back. Good to see you back, Scott.
Yeah.
And he's dropping some links.
Thank you for that as well. It's good.
Scott, if you would drop Kaido's link as well, if you already haven't. He those that don't know, is I'm big into black powder and air guns, and I got a mold that I make my pistol bullets out of and my air gun bullets out of from Kaido many years ago. And he's a really good guy. We talk on an occasional basis when I have time, and have our good conversations about different things like that. So if somebody could drop this link, I appreciate that. And that was a really cool run. Everybody's greeting Kaido. Fisherman 506, good to see you in here, my friend. And Brunt says it is pronounced echidna. Echidna. Okay.
That's the little critter that's not dangerous.
Yep. And Kaido says it would be awesome if you could grow maple, iron, birch, and other trees. Well, we have birch, no iron birch.
No.
Onto it says slim picking on the cute and harmless critters in Australia. In Australia too.
Yeah.
They don't want you to bite you, sting you, or something.
Boot.
And Dusty Button Boys is thanking Scott at Rambling with the Brooms. As requested, there's Mr. Kaido's link. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. But Joe says I need to get an air rifle. Depending on what you want, you can get a hold of me and I can tell you what's good and what's not. I've been doing air guns for most of my life and PCPs for the last 20. And Tony says, Rob, you need to go. You had a great live. See you on the next one. Not a problem, Tony. You have a great day. And there's Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Good evening.
Nice.
Good to see you. And Mike says, I would love to come up. That would be super cool. Yeah, there's a lot of ridges up that way.
Yeah, a lot of ridges.
Well, I think it was behind the cabin about 5 miles. I think it was dark gray due to weather and a cupola.
Wow.
Oh.
We might not have been 5 miles.
Well, I haven't been 5 miles.
No,
it depends on what direction. So if you come up, Mike, you can point me in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I'll find it sooner or later.
Yeah.
Is Brian greeting some folks? Scott dropping some links. Ginger says, I just went and listened to the version of you mentioned of the Sound of Silence, and it was awesome. Yeah,
yes,
it's a really good song, especially by Disturbed. Zuby. And Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse is greeting folks, and folks are greeting him. Scott's dropping some links. Kaido says iron birch, Schmid birch is one of the hardest ironwood trees in the world. Oh, good to know. Zuby, see if you can just go at the front door. You might have to go potty now.
You might.
Mike says Jim used to store stuff. When I got up there, it had been a few years since he was inside, and the cabin fell down off its foundation and busted the floor. That sounds like Jim. Brian says, hey, not for sure, or not for nothing. Scott is saying hi to Brian. And Scott is still dropping links. Anybody's greeting Brian. All right, there we go. I think I caught up again. Yep, I did. And Ed says, got about ½ inch of snow since live started.
Oh boy.
Snow just stopped though. Yeah. I don't know, because we haven't been getting much for snow at all. Like I said, we're under a ½ an inch. We're barely over, a 1/4 of an inch, which is unusual because every other year, we're well ahead of everybody else.
Yep.
So, but it is what it is. I just wish it would start coming in because we're going to start getting low in the
insulates.
water under the house here soon. And I'm going to have to find a way to get it up here because the hose that goes down to the creek is frozen.
Mhm.
So I'm going to have to get creative on how to get the
I
water
have
up
a
to the
little
house.
laundry ready to do.
Yep. Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse still greeting folks. Okay. I'm then caught up yet again.
Yay.
Thanks. Oh, nope, there's Mike again. Jim's downhill trail was scary. From up at the cabin, he would have me haul a 20-foot plus long, about 3-foot diameter down,
Oh God.
down with the tundra.
Oh my.
Oh, from the property here down or from up the hill down. And it says I can only see about 500 yards surrounded by clouds. That's got to be a nice feeling, though, and at the same time, an eerie feeling.
Yeah. It goes with this music.
What is that?
What's that?
I don't know. Scott, what did you just post? It looks like little circles.
Zeus spinning
Yeah,
in
spinning
circles.
in circles. Kaido says, I'm working on a 31 caliber bullet for the Remington and the Colt pocket pistol percussion cap and ball revolvers. Next will be the 50 caliber bullet for the Spanish Bosca Arson Beaumont Adams 50 caliber. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with that 50 caliber Beaumont. That sounds like it's going to be a heck of a pistol. I'm freezing, or is it your end? Anybody else having a problem with us freezing, or is it just you, cold, Scott? Hey, wow, JR. You just getting here?
Wow.
And no, JR, I wasn't just dressed up for the photo, by the way. That's how I dress when I'm not working around the property. I dress kind of nice. I clean up good.
He does clean up good. He does clean up good.
All right. 1968 Sourdough asked, okay, very important question. How's the flavor of that porter? Deep flavor like a Guinness? Actually says it's buffering for a second. Let me see. It's close to a Guinness. It's a little bit more tart than a Guinness, but it's not bad. Would it be my first choice? No, I'd go for the Guinness, but that's just me. But that porter's not bad. I've had a lot worse. As it says, buffering. Onto it says frozen. I refreshed is fine. It says hi to JR. And Ed says intermittent glitches. Ed, what do you use for internet up there?
Yeah. That's
JR says,
seriously remote.
Yep. JR says,
And
yep.
hi.
What did I miss? Mike says from up the ridge near the cabin, he was using large logs to mill for his cabin near the tracks. That's the one that Mac is in.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
He
boy,
would go
is that a
up
pretty
to those
place.
spots east of the cabin and haul them down to the work site to mill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't wait to get you up here, Mike, so we can sit down and go over some of the stories about Jim.
Absolutely.
All right. Everybody's greeting JR, and 68 Sourdough says, okay, thanks. It's not bad. That's my first time having one of their beer from the Matanuska Brewery.
Yeah, we usually get.
I don't usually drink beer.
You don't usually, I don't almost ever drink beer, but the brewery local.
Yeah, the Denali Brewing.
Denali Brewing.
They have some good stuff.
We do like that.
Braun says cheesy toasty and Guinness is my go-to. Yeah, we had a cheesy toasty earlier. And Ed says ATT cell phones. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. How's your signal up there? Because I know if we go to the top of the hill over here, I can actually get 2 bar of 5G. But as soon as I come down, go with about 300 feet down, I have nothing. Coming down on an angle. And Brian's greeting Ed. JR says, I had a police officer knock on my door and ask where I was between 5 and 6. He looked upset when I told him I was in kindergarten. Oh, JR. You've taken over for Ed's position as a comedian. Zooey. I know, snort, snort. Kaido says Guinness is awesome. The strongest porter beer that I've ever had was Estonian. I won't even try to pronounce it, Kaido. I'm sorry. Rutelli, which is no longer made. Onto it says it's always good to find out stuff about your place and how old owners did stuff.
It is. It's really
especially
nice.
with Jim,
Yeah.
because Jim was he's a different sort, and it's not in a bad way. He just had his own way of doing things, and I still shake my head and like, what the hell were you
What
thinking,
was he
Jim?
doing?
When I find things done certain ways, or if I find things hidden out in the woods, like I found a freezer out here in the woods full of old parts like sanders and generator parts, and like, why would you put it out there? You know, I would have been using the old freezer for a smoker.
Now we have one.
Yep. Now we got another one.
We're going to use for a smoker.
Dusty Bottom Boy says, what is your elevations, Rob and Ed? Our elevation is around 660, 670. And I believe Ed is around either 2,000 or 3,000. Yeah, he said 2,000. And thank you, Brian, for asking folks to give the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Smoker, oh yes, is onto it. Yeah. I'm working on that. And Ed's using, Ed's getting 5G up there, but I've got 3 bars of LTE right now. Well, it's probably because of the weather, Ed. Get a booster. You might get the 5G fully.
Yeah.
Or you have a booster. You might have a booster.
Yeah.
Mike says, ever seen eye bolts in random places like snow machines and chains? Yeah, because that's how he hung on to them with his hook.
Yeah.
Really? I got a little mad at Jim recently, Mike, to be honest with you. I cut down a birch tree last winter. I cut most of my birch trees in the wintertime when the sap drops. And of course, there's a lot of green coverage on there. And I start cutting into it. And I notice there's a spike. Well, I get away from the spike. I go to another spot. And I'm talking a spike sticking out like that, like somebody would use for a tree stand going up. I get to an area, I feel around, I don't feel any more spikes. I buried into the tree.
Or maybe it grew around it.
No, it was buried into the tree. And it destroyed my chain.
Oh.
Had John Hogan not just sent me up a really aggressive chain, I would have had to wait to wood and gone down.
Right.
And picked up a chain.
Town.
You know, and since that happened, I put the new chain on there. I've probably done about 3 cords of wood. So luckily I had the other chains. But Mike, anything with an eye on it, I figure it's from his hand. I got one of his old Husqvarnas in the barn with a hook on it.
Hook on it.
Brun says, how's new freezer going? Is it full? It is full.
It's pretty darn full.
Well, no, the veggie freezer is not. It's about half full.
Yeah.
And Brooke Trust says I made a smoker out of a 30-gallon water heater. Nice. Ed says, no booster, don't need it. I try to keep many things as simple as possible. I don't blame you.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't blame you. And Scott says we're spinning on his side. Anybody else having a problem with us freezing up? Or is it just Scott tonight? Matt says, at the cabin I used a dedicated 5G cell router from Chester's Tech Repairs, can attach external antenna to it too, and it only draw like 10 watt when it was hammering. Nice. Very nice. She doesn't understand tech stuff. Sorry, Matt. Some of it's goes right on my head too, but I understand.
I enjoy having it.
Yeah. So we get about 25 minutes or so before we got to go to Adam and Phyllis's house. Daniel, try to close and reopen it. See if it's doing it still. Because everybody's saying some of it's freezing up every now and then.
Oh no.
Jared says some packet losses and buffering for a couple seconds, but okay now.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
And Kaido says new electric Lio battery for 18-inch chainsaw are said to be effective. Cool. Mitchell's in Alaska says that's what I had to do is close and reopen. That does happen from time to time even for us on other people's lives. And Mike says that's what I have to do. Oh, wrong one. Mike says I vaguely remember a story Jim said about finding stakes in some trees near the old gold claim. Yeah, I need to talk to you about that one too. I think Nancy told me where it's at, but I'm not positive. I know Jonathan put a claim on his property too. But if Jim's claim is obviously up because he's passed, I wouldn't mind opening up the claim again.
Mhm.
Danielle says it worked. Very good, Danielle.
Good.
Okay, Josh says, okay, back to feeding the youngins. Not a problem, Josh.
Yes,
I'm glad you stopped in, bud.
absolutely.
Let's see. Book Trust says, yeah, gold. Have you found any? Yes, I have. It is
This is
microflakes. It's it's flour gold. It is so fine that I had 2 shovelfuls, and I'm still working on panning it out because it is so fine. I need to get a little sluice, micro sluice.
Mhm.
Sourdough says, I found on buffering. Don't need to close. Just drag the video timeline back a few, and then wait, and then drag. Okay,
Good.
until it re-uploads. Very good. Good to know.
Good to know.
Really good to know. Sourdough, I think you're down by Willow, Houston, if I remember right. Susan says, are you spinning a little bit here? However, I'm crocheting, so listening. Not a problem.
Sweet.
Jared says, just don't get any of those 2-legged flakes. Dusty Bottom Boys, Haas and Heifer. That sounds good right now. And Mike says, this was a hydraulic mine from the 1930s, first claimed by a couple railroad builders from the construction days. I think I know what you're talking about. We'll discuss that more because I did find a few places where there might have been some hydraulic mining. If you're talking hydraulic, are you talking about like a monitor one, Mike? Oh, okay. That's cool. Don't mean to pry. Talking to Sourdough. Up top, so you could State Park line. Okay. We're actually only about 3 or 4 miles south of the park line, but I think it's the southern border of it, right on the Sioux.
Other side of the river.
Yeah, the other side of the river. Brun says, here I go again. I'm eating a sandwich. It all fell out of my shirt. I'm licking my clothes. This always happens when I'm on your live with you. Sorry, Brun. Annette says, I think it's the internet. I was watching someone else and had to do a refresh several times. Then there was locked in a loop and it was driving me crazy. Oh, that's not good.
No.
Danielle says 60 degrees Fahrenheit here and now 925. Oof.
Wow.
Well, 60 degrees isn't bad at all. I can handle that.
It's not bad.
I can handle that. Josh says, hearing old stories about gold rush here, I can't even imagine seeing 4 ounces of gold in every pan up here in Fairbanks, right? Might be a lot of gold in every pan.
That'd be a lot. It's roasting in here.
Yeah, it got warm.
You know why? Turn it down?
I didn't turn it down after I made the grilled cheese earlier. You're going to want to turn it down. Mike says, yeah, sorry, I'm eating while watching hydraulic strip mining. Been there. Brooke Trust says, I've been panning the past few summers at my camp in Michigan. Haven't found much, but someday. Yeah, everything I've got, it's all micro flour.
Yeah, it was up high. You put it up high
Well,
for a sandwich?
Yeah. You got to get it hot. I don't want it to take 20 minutes to cook like a sandwich like it does like an hour in the morning when I first put the kettle on there because I don't have it stoked enough.
I waited a half
Especially
hour
in the
for
morning.
my sandwich. It was 70 then. 77 in here now. It's too hot.
Open the window. I'm telling you. Because I'm going to have to really start fearing for my life. She's going to start throwing shoes at me. She's going to look like Eddie Murphy.
I don't have shoes.
You got shoes.
No, I have slippers and I have boots. I don't have shoes.
Onto it, Ozzy says, don't mention gold. The world will want to move to Alaska. No. They can't come here.
No.
Certain ones can. Not all of them.
Not everybody.
Brown Priest, sometimes I find gold rings and jewelry at the beach, metal detecting.
There,
now, what's your laws about that over there? Because I know, like in certain places here, you actually got to try to find the owners. Matt says I panned the salted poke bags at Dredge 8 for 2 summers. Does that count? I mean, if you panned, you panned. Josh says, on to it. Ozzy is gone now. Well, not like that anymore. Mike says, did you ever find a wood stove in the creek near your railroad stop? Which, well, we'll have to discuss that because it's hard to say because I think some of the creeks moved.
I think so too. I think they've moved even since we've been here.
Yeah,
It's
they
only been
have. So
two
we'll
and a half
discuss
years.
that. Ashley says, Brun, is that how you would retire? And Dusty says, that was already nice ring, Brun. That was a really nice ring, Brun.
Mm.
Brun says, at least Sarah's shoes aren't full of sand.
It's true. True.
There's Matt, Carolina kid from just down the trail.
Mm.
You're a little late there,
Still
Matt,
be.
but it's okay.
I wonder if he's thirsty.
He might be. No, I can see water in his bowl. He's
I
fine.
do too.
And there's no other girl hobbies. Ozzy onto it. Ozzy says only take one big fine Southern. Yep.
Yeah.
Zeus. Has he been out?
Yes, he
Okay.
just came in this minute.
JR I decided that I'll never get down to my original weight, and I'm okay with that. I mean, after all, 7 pounds 8 ounces.
Eight ounces is
Not
pretty
realistic.
little.
Everybody's greeting Northern Girls and Northern Girl Hobbies is greeting everybody else. Somebody drop her a link if you would, please. Josh says, worked at the gold mine here for 5 years. All the gold we got was micro size and a lot of it, though. Yeah, no, I'll once I get it all panned out, I'll post what I found. I mean, there's a lot of the micro gold.
Yeah.
But
What is your problem? No.
terrible.
No.
It's just really, really tiny.
No.
Zeus. Don't you come over here and try to bomb me. What's that? Sorry about that, guys. He is being a hellion tonight.
He's never been this bad.
Brian says, I have to give it to local police, and if no one claims the gold jewelry within 3 months, they give it back to me. I usually get it back usually get it back always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
up here in the States, when I was down in Florida after the Hurricane Charlie went through, I was contracted by a community called Windmill Village to clean out their lagoon where all the boats go. At that time, I had my dive company, and I was out there cleaning up the lagoon, pulling out hundreds of pounds of aluminum and scrapping it. And I came across a jewelry box, and it was chock full. And I put it up on my truck, and I'm cleaning it off. I'm wanting to know what's in it. This lady comes tear-assing out of her house, excuse my language. I want my rings. I want my rings. I said, no. And she's like, why? I said, because it's salvage rights. It's in the water. And I'll call the police. I said, you go right ahead. Police show up, and she comes screaming out there, I want my jewelry. I want my jewelry. And I looked at the officer and said, okay, here's the deal. Send her over there for a minute. She walks away, and I looked at him, and I say, ask her if she filed an insurance claim on it and if she was paid. He went over, and she said, yes. And he looked at her and says, it's not your jewelry anymore. If you take that jewelry from him, it's considered fraud. Right. So that's a hint for you, Brian. If they've collected, if they try to get the ring and they collected insurance on it, technically the ring is yours. So, and it was a nice little haul.
Basically like they quote sold it.
Yeah. I was nice to the lady. I asked her to come on over. I said, you can pick one piece out of there, the most important piece to you, and you can take it. And the cop looked at me and I said, that's fine. Let her take it. And
but how did you even know it was her stuff? How would the police? Well,
she described the rings that were in there.
Oh, did she? Well,
and she did take one ring, and it looked like it was a fairly heirloom, and I let her keep it. And I actually got 2 or 3 pieces still here, but the rest of it was scrapped out. Onto it, Ozzy. I found a gold rugby ring just Monday.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was from the female patient Sunday. Nope, the guy is in the bed. Okay. Onto it, says gold and ruby. Oh, gold and ruby. I thought you said rugby.
Yeah, I was going to say rugby ring.
I misread it.
Yeah, a rugby ring. That would not be a woman's ring.
Yeah. Daniel says, I think Zeus is jealous, wants you to talk to him, not to us.
Not
yeah, he does do that.
He is.
He even does it with her every now and then. If I start talking to her too much, You know, especially if we're talking about something exciting, we both get animated about and
Mhm.
excited about something. He goes ballistic. One of the girl hobbies says to Rushing Wind evening, and also to Bill at Alaska Last Frontier Homestead. And Bill, get ready to drop Adam and Phyllis's link here soon too, because we'll be
Sure,
going
it's
over there in
getting
about
close.
6-7 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
And thank you all for. I mean, we had a hell of a
Oh,
crowd in
wow.
tonight. We had
It
over
was
40,
really nice.
40 viewers tonight. That was kind of nice.
And nice chats.
Yep. And Brun says to Ashley, I retired early from stocks and share market.
Good for you.
No other girls says Southern Roots. That's all it says
Mhm.
there. And Ashley Brun, any way you can I say exactly.
Mhm.
And Josh says hi to, or says, hey, there's Southern Root or Northern Girls Hobbies. Danielle, 47 likes, 48 likes, I see. Wow.
Woohoo.
Wow. We had a pretty popular tonight, and I appreciate
Good.
that. You guys
Good.
all been really good.
Really good.
And like I said earlier, you know, we hit the 500 sub mark, and we owe it all to you guys. And there's Sherman
Absolutely.
Family Farms. Good to see you in
Yay.
here. So, you know, with all your help with us reaching that 500 sub mark, we're very grateful. And all the interaction we have, all the videos, you know, with you guys is really nice to see. I know over the weekend there was a lot of commenting being done, and it took me a couple of days to get back, but that's because I was in town. I don't bring my computer into town with me unless I have a problem uploading here and I bring it into upload. Other than that, I try to just leave it here.
And I'm computer illiterate.
And I'm not going to try to type out to you guys on my phone. It'll look kind of silly. So. And Josh says, y'all are likable folks. Well, thank you, Josh. So are you.
Good.
We enjoy
Yes.
we enjoy
Oh,
everybody
absolutely.
else's videos on here that we watch. You know,
We do.
yours. We have watched some of Sherman Family Farms and the Butlers at Butler Family Farm, and Scott with Rambling with the Brahms and Bill. Of course, you know, Brun and Onto It Ozzy.
Yes.
I mean, we watch everybody that we talk to on a regular basis. We try to watch their videos. I get behind this
Absolutely.
time of year because we're trying to do so much. Wintertime, I'm going to really start catching up on a lot of different folks' videos because I found a bunch of new channels I'm really interested in, and catching up on some of those and communicating with some of the other ones that I'm now finding and I've known for a little while. And Onto It Ozzy says, sleep time for me again. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Thanks as
next
always
week.
for sharing your time with us. Not a problem,
Oh,
Onto It
we
Ozzy. I
enjoy
hope
it.
you feel better soon. Go get some rest. And Brun says, I like the lives. It's nice and everyone is fun and polite and friendly. Yes. And also, don't forget, tomorrow night, Miss Alone is doing her live tomorrow.
Oh,
I think
yes.
at 5. Alone, if you're in here, please confirm that. And Bill, if you would, drop a link to Alone's live. Nope, he already did. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
I appreciate that. No, that's Alaska Cut the Cords.
Is
drop
it?
drop one for Alone if you would, Bill.
Mhm.
Everybody's saying goodnight to Onto It Ozzy. And mods, please post Southern Roots link. Yes, Bill, drop Bill's link. Mhm. There. You can actually post it yourself now. I made you a mod. Watermelon Man is here. The Sherman Family Farms, yes. Good night, Mike. I'll get in touch with you soon. Get in touch with me on Facebook, Mike. I'm going to send you my phone number. Brun says, Onto It Ozzy, sleep well. Take care. Yes.
Get some rest.
All right. Post office is going nuts. I mailed an order to a customer in Michigan, just a message, and redirected to Florida. Wow, that's not good. Danielle says, are you getting close to your watch hours? No, we've got a little ways to go on our watch hours. We're about 1550 on watch hours right now. So we've got a ways to go. Most of my videos have not been very long. My old channels, my videos were much longer, but I'll slowly start changing that or posting more videos. I've been posting my regular weekly videos, and I'm posting a midweek that does Rob's prior life to moving to Alaska. So there will be one coming out in a day or so for that, and there'll be the regular Friday release as well.
But in fairness to him, we've been building.
Yeah,
we built this house. We got into this house. We've built a chicken house. We've done lots and lots of
Yep.
I go, yay!
Yep. But yeah, so if you think about it, guys, if the ones that think they might forget, set an alarm to watch alone.
Yes, do.
Set a
She's
reminder.
charm itself.
Yep.
Interesting.
She is a sweetheart.
Brave.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
we've met her once, but we talked to her on
A lot,
YouTube
yeah.
a lot and via emails, and she is a sweetheart. And she's
Absolutely.
probably in here giggling and turning red.
Probably.
I'll run up. Oh, Northern Girls. I don't know if you realize you got a wrench now. They're Northern Girls.
A wrench?
Yeah, so I added her onto a moderator, and I actually should add a couple more people onto moderators. That I usually in here on a regular basis, like this troublemaker right here. He's now got a wrench.
Who's that?
It's Ed. I'll get people to run your playlist. Well, thank you, Northern Girls. I appreciate that.
You.
I know Devil Dog. I don't know if Devil Dog's still in here or not, but I know he was running my playlist earlier too.
Nice.
A few other. I think Jerry from Butler Family Farms is going to run it as well. Not only do we have John as a special guest, but we have another announcement. Yes, I know what it is. Yes, so do you. But don't say anything.
Okay. No danger, because
it's
gone.
Over her head. She forgot.
Yep, forgot.
Are you guys about ready, Phyllis? Is Adam home? Is Adam home? Is Adam home? So those that don't know, Adam and Phyllis from Alaska Cut the Cord are good friends of ours, and they are going to be starting their live in approximately 7 minutes. So make sure you stick around and go over to their live.
They are fun.
Yep. They're really good people, and it's happy hour.
Yep.
And
Happy
you think
hour.
we get giggly when we have a couple of these? Wait until you see Adam and Phyllis. Kidding.
They're
not
cheerful.
that bad. They're very cheerful.
And they don't get spacey.
No.
They're quite together in their heads.
Yep. Brooke Trout says good stuff tonight. Yep.
Fun
we always
stuff.
try to keep it lighthearted here. And we definitely, when we get over to watching Adam and Phyllis, it gets really lighthearted.
It gets really lighthearted.
You know, they're an amazing couple.
Yep.
And Ashley says, "Well, Ed, look at you and right." And Sherman Family Farm says hello to Brooke Trout. And see, I'm actually going to add one more person into it as a moderator. There we go. All right, Brun says, okay, I'm heading off now to put on a clean shirt for Alaska Cut the Cord. Why? So you can do it all again, Brun? You know it's going to happen because you know I was going to make a comment and you're going to do it again. Some stuff. Because I want to find out what's going on with that 150. We'll talk more. All right, so why don't we got 5 minutes before they start, so let us just pop off and get done here, and we will run over there and power bomb them over there and get ready for them and give them a warm welcome when they come into the live. I got to say, this is one of the best lives we've had in a long time. We have 50 thumbs up, and we've had well over 40 viewers in here tonight.
How fun.
At one given time. And we greatly appreciate all of you for showing up, all you guys for supporting us all. It's been really good having you all here. Look forward to having you in all of our lives and watching all of our videos. If there's any questions you guys have, make sure you send emails or anything like that, and we will try to address them and or answer the questions you may have. So don't be shy. We try to keep it open with everybody. If you have questions, ask us, whether it be here or in private in an email or something. It don't matter to us. And you should be, if you're on Facebook, you should be able to find our Facebook page for the Curmudge Inn on our YouTube page at the top. It should be there. I hope it is. So make sure you check that out if you're on Facebook. I know a few people, some of the other channels, when they say our name, they think it's Curmudgeon Inn. It's Curmudge Inn. Kind of like curmudgeon, and then Curmudge Inn. So that way everybody knows. But yeah, let's get over there and let's pester Adam and Phyllis for a little while, and Mr. John in Alaska, and find out what this new surprise is that they got going on.
Oh boy!
Or not surprise, but new thing they got going. So let's head on over there. We'll see you over there, and thank you all for being Southern Roots, Northern Girls, Ashley, Brooke Trout, Clint Gilchrist, Everybody, Brun,
All you
Danielle,
people.
Seashell, everybody, Kaido, Rushing Wind Mountain, Miss Ruby, all of y'all. It's been great seeing you in here tonight. So now let's go
Absolutely.
over and crash the party at Adam and Phyllis's at Alaska Cut the Cord.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Rah, rah.
Let's go get them. See y'all over there.
Bye.
Bye.